What's going on, guys? Before we get into today's video, don't forget, go www.justknoxsmith.com, pick you up some limited time merch. This pre-order is running until November 8th. And also, if you do pick up a t-shirt or a sticker, you do get entered for a chance to win a 4-piece set of 36 LED DBA rock lights. And as you can see by my truck popping up on the screen right now, these things are stupid bright. So go pick up some merch and get entered to win. Let's get into the video. So as y'all just now seen, we've got the wheels off, we've got the sway bar off, and we have the coil springs out. So it's pretty easy. Remove those bottom shock bolts, remove the sway bar bolts and the sway bar bracket bolt. Pulled all that stuff off, super quick, super simple, especially when you've tore one of these things apart. As many times as I have Dodges and Fords, I've done quite a few of them. So we have the stuff right here. So the coil springs are going purple, the whole sway bar is going purple, and then there are brackets right here that actually mount the sway bar to the frame of the truck. These are gonna go purple as well. So these do have a bushing on there. We're gonna just pull this bracket off and take that bushing off. And this truck is super low miles, so new bushings and stuff aren't required. This is a 2022, but if you have an older truck, the sway bar links and the sway bar bushings, so right here is your sway bar links. You do want to check those if those have any play, if they're super soft and wiggly and squiggly. You want to go ahead and replace those because new sway bar bushings can make a pretty big difference. This Wicked kit that we are installing, I don't know if I told you guys that in the last video, but it is a Wicked kit, which I'll show you here in just a second. It does come with the shock extension, so we will be reusing factory shocks. We took that bottom bolt out, and you can leave the top attached because we're not replacing the shocks. So we have the jack stands on the frame. Truck is jacked up and held up by the frame, and then the axle and everything is just dangling right now with one jack underneath it. So once we get the new springs and the spacer and everything installed, we'll jack that back up, scoot these jacks back, and then we will remove the radius arm bolt on the back after we get everything back from powder coat. Pretty much in this video, what I want to show you guys is we'll go over a little bit on the paint booth here in just a second if y'all were interested in that. But first, we're going to go over this Wicked suspension lift kit. This is their 3.5-inch kit. So what you will get is a 3.5-inch spacer that goes on top of your coil spring. You will get a bracket for the track bar to correct your track width. You've got this cool little Wicked bracket right here. This is your radius arm drop bracket. And then you have the shock extensions right here. And they have, I thought they had a little Wicked logo in them, but I guess not. Anyway, so all of that stuff is going a new purple. We're gonna go ahead and change the color of purple on that. And then the coil springs will go purple, sway bar brackets will go purple, and the sway bar will go purple. And that will add just enough purple underneath this truck to make it look really good. We're also installing a 12-piece set of DBA rock light, as well as after we get all of this done, we're actually doing another Ram build on the channel. It's actually the LGND 23, the Legend Supply build. That was a giveaway truck. One of my buddies here locally bought it. I don't know if y'all have seen it on my Instagram page, but we're gonna be pulling the whole wrap off of it, and we're gonna be changing the color of the powder coat underneath and doing even more powder coat than they originally done, like whenever it was the giveaway truck, and we're changing the color. So the truck will go back to being full paint match gloss black, and underneath it, we are doing a different color. So we'll save that for the actual video whenever we do that, but it's gonna be kind of similar to this build, same height, same width, and then also The guy that ended up buying that truck is supposed to be building it to like 1,000 horsepower. So it's going to be pretty awesome. He's already got the built trans and everything. He's just waiting on his mechanic to get ready to build it and get all the parts and stuff together. So it's going to be a pretty wicked truck. So we'll be sure to make some videos with that, especially once he gets it done. But we're going to be bringing it in, painting all of the axles and repowder coating literally everything underneath it. It's going to look sick. And we're putting 40 dBA rock lights underneath it as well. So it's going to be bright at nighttime. On this truck, we are as well doing color match bumper. And I can't remember if we're doing the color match grill or not. We're doing a color match rear bumper, color match mirrors, color match door handle. I'm not sure if we're taking this apart and color matching the black back in here. But after we get all the suspension and cosmetic stuff done, like underneath, the rock lights, suspension, wheels, tires, all of that stuff installed, we're going to be bringing it back in after we build the Legend truck. And we're going to be doing a lot of paint matching to it. So that's going to be really, really awesome. And you'll be able to look forward to seeing this thing on the channel more. But with that being said, that's pretty much all for that. We're going to run all this stuff to sandblast, and then it'll get picked up from sandblast by single shot powder coating. And whenever he gets all that stuff done, we'll go back and get it. With that being said, we're going to go on up to the paint booth, and I'll show you. I finally got to use the paint booth. Sprayed a little test piece. All right, so we are up here at the paint booth. We did end up using the fan whenever we painted this item, and I'm going to show that to you. So we turned that fan on setting 2, I want to say is what I painted on, and it worked really, really good. I ran the ventilation on low instead of high, and it still worked very, very well. So coming in here to the paint booth, you can see where I was painting something. So this is actually a Ford Tuxedo Black, and as you can see, it's super, super glossy and super, super slick. Very smooth. So this turned out awesome, and this has gave me the confidence in this paint booth to where I'm now ready to spray a set of taillights. So we should be able to get our first set of taillights sprayed in like over a week now. So we've got the clean, fresh air coming in. Obviously, whenever we shut the door, we turn on the ventilation system and it sucks all of the fumes out. And after spraying this piece, it felt a lot better. The whole room didn't fog up like I was having in the other room. And that's just super unsafe, guys. Even using a respirator, you don't want your whole paint booth to be fogging up, at least not for very long. Obviously, if you're spraying a huge, like if you're spraying a whole car, you know, there may be a little bit of fog in the air for a couple minutes or whatever. But in a small paint booth like this, and painting small items such as tail lights, mirrors, third brake lights, you know, small stuff like this. This goes on at F250 Platinum. I think all of the F250s have them. It goes above the rear glass on like the outside of the vehicle. You have to take the headliner down to change it, but apparently it's really common that they break and come off or something. So we got that thing sprayed. We're gonna be sending that out to a customer. And also, so we have our thermometer right here. It is 70 degrees in here with no heater running. So after I paint everything and I end up turning the ventilation, everything off, after it sucks out all the fumes, then I can come in here and turn on a small electric heater and run the electric heater and warm the booth up to about 80, 90, 100 degrees, and then turn the heater off and leave. And then after about 5 or 6 hours using fast activator clear coat, everything is pretty dry, and then it just needs to like cure out for about a day or two. So with that being said, guys, that's gonna be all for today's video. I know it was kind of a quick one, but I just want to make an update of the paint booth because that's what the last video was. And I want to make an update of the Ram. Let you all know that we've got that thing tore apart. So I will do a more in-depth like assembly video and try to still make it enjoyable to watch whenever we get the parts actually back from powder coat. And I'll obviously show you guys what color we end up doing, and you'll get to see it. We're also going to throw in some rock lights on it, as I said earlier, so I'll try to do a video on that. And we also have a video tearing down the 6.0 coming here very, very soon, because we've got to get that thing ready to where it will fit on a 2-post lift, because right now it's too wide. 26 by 16s and 4-inch spacers, it won't even drive into a 2-post lift. So we're going to be taking the spacers off and putting the stocks on. And you know what happens when you put stocks on, guys? Blown head gaskets, what can go wrong? Big burnout on stock wheels. I mean, the head gaskets are blown anyway. So that's a little sneak peek preview of what's coming as well. So anyway, the paint booth is working good, guys. Thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all go pick up some merch, get entered to win some badass rock lights. And with that being said, guys, always remember everybody starts out as nobody, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.